So where are we starting? We're starting on Virgo. We're going to do a love read for Virgo. Let's see where we're at. 125. That took a minute for that to start, like to go actually live. So, all right. So we're going to start with Virgo, and we're going to do good relationship first. Like all the Virgos who are in a great relationship, let's see what's going on. The reason that I do great relationships is because there's a lot of people in solid relationships, you know, and moving through the ebb and flow of life can be difficult. So I just decided that it would be a good idea to add good relationships into the love reading. Okay, so spirits, angels, guys, show me what's going on with Virgo who are in good, solid relationships. Show me what they're doing right now. Show me what they need to hear. Oh, that's a lot. Two of Cups flipped over, though. There's about like 30 cards, but I saw it. So I'm going to say you guys probably are definitely a couple that is soul bonded. So I feel like what's going on is there's something here like seeking justice, trying to make things fair for a Three of Swords incident. Three of Swords here is a lot of pain, something very painful. Someone protecting themselves, putting a bubble of light around themselves, talking to spirit, raising their vibration. So you guys could be doing this together. Yeah, the Lovers comes out. So there's some kind of justice trying to be found out for some lovers. You could be dealing with an air sign. Yeah, there was some kind of like shady behavior here. Five of Swords. You know, somebody, I don't know, just doing something in secret. So we'll clarify to get like what this is talking about here. But what I feel like is like there's justice for the Lovers and 10 of Pentacles. So whoever this is for, like, don't worry. I do see like right at the moment in the middle energy, which is now, I feel like there's something that's kind of just gone awry. It could have something to do with an air sign. It could have something to do with somebody like trying to one up the other. You know what I mean? Like, I don't know why I'm getting that. But, so in the future, it looks like, you know, your vibe is raising. You're thinking about all the things that you have, all the things that you want. You're excited. This could have to do with money, treasures, that kind of thing. And it's because you decided to allow your soul to lead. I feel like you did that in the Seven of Wands. Like you have a bubble protecting yourself. You know what I mean? You're talking to spirit, possibly about what your wish fulfillment really is, what the two of you want to do together, right? And I feel like you're doing it, and it's a soul-led thing. But what I want to know is, what the hell is the Three of Swords? Like, to me, like, what it looks like is it's in your present moment, just because it's in the middle column, which is usually how it goes, past, present, future. I'm not doing a Celtic cross or anything. This is just me, but okay. So Three of Swords. Tell me about that. What's going on in Virgo's perfect relationship with the Three of Swords? Okay, there's pain, but it's an ending of some kind of cycle. Spirit just wants you to know, like, yeah, we know it hurts, but you actually have like completed a cycle with someone. You know, tell me what you're seeing in the justice here. What's the justice? Well, I think that it's about strength and awakening your third eye is what I feel like, because that's what came out. The divine feminine is waking up. She's getting some kind of big knowledge here. Um, Tell me about the, um, let's just clarify it going down just so we can do that. Like, because this is in the past. So, like, the divine feminine is gaining strength and she sees justice in some situation. The Lover's card is clarified by a new beginning in love. And again, it's a there's something changing and you're confused about it. Yeah, you feel some sort of loss here. You feel rejected, alone. A lot of shitty feelings here. But it's transforming. I kind of feel like this has everything to do with transmuting energy. Like you're learning how to do that. The way to always do that is to find the justice in the situation. Do I mean that something goes wrong and someone goes to jail? No. What I mean by justice is something goes wrong and you understand how much it made you grow and you can't do anything but be thankful for it. So that's justice in my opinion. So that's how I read it. But something going on here, like somebody's feeling rejected in this relationship maybe, or something. It is about it. Tell me about the Ten of Pentacles. So this is like your past, right? So in your past you had it all, and then I don't know, you got really hurt. Okay. I feel like this could be saying like you'll find a lot of strength in your own family, your commitment. I feel like there is something big changing, like as far as money goes, in the next couple of months, in the next few months. By the time winter gets here, I feel like you're going to start to see, I don't know, more money. It looks like it's something that you planted a while ago. Or you started it, right? So the Seven of Swords is in the center of the read. And it's clarified by expressing your truth in order to form a new foundation. So it looks to me like this great relationship is going through a struggle. I hate it when that comes out like that, but that's what it looks like. But Seven of Swords can mean a lot of things. It can mean, you know, like shady behavior. It can also mean doing what's best for you. And I think what's best for you is to say what you feel. Be honest about how you're feeling. Tell me what the Nine of Cups is. Tell me what the Nine of Cups is. There's a celebration, an abundance, something you're going to be very grateful for. All right. Tell me what the Seven of Wands is saying to me. Okay, that's where Spirit is going to help you. Like you going into this bubble of love and light. That Spirit helping you. You know, look at all the wands holding you up in the air when you're in that bubble. They hear you and they are helping you. That bubble can be like if someone's wishing you harm or like sending bad vibes, you can put that bubble of light around yourself. And so if something negative comes at you, it will hit that bubble, turn into love, and go back to where it came from. So that you don't have any karma to clean up. You're not wishing them negative in return, is what I feel like the message is. What else came out here is you have spirit guides helping you. I feel like you're having an awakening with your third eye, like new messages coming in. Spirit is saying like, yep, this happened. I did it. You did it. You had a plan here. It's about letting go of some kind of pride, some kind of ego problem, so that you can get on your path to your purpose, your North Node path. That is our soul's destiny. You know what I mean? Like that's what where they want to go is to the North Node path. They want to be on their purpose path. So I feel like there's something needing to be learned here about pride and ego. So if you guys are, I don't know, it looks like some kind of tower happened and it's for your greatest good. So just roll with it. Ride through it. Ride through that darkness so that you can get to the light, you know? Tell me why the King of Wands is here. Tell me why the King of Wands is here. There's a King of Wands watching you grow, watching you become strong, watching you transcend above what's normal, watching you become unified within yourself. You know what I mean? Understanding that that soul piece is important. Your mind is accepting that piece of information, basically, is what's happening. And I think your body is there helping you like feel through all the chakras. I just feel like there's a lot going on, Virgo. Like this could be like a double whammy, you know what I mean? Like both of you need to learn something. It's pretty much the same lesson. And the Two of Pentacles here in the corner. It's kind of like, you're not sure what to do. It's the Two of Pentacles. Should I listen to my body? Should I listen to my soul? Do you want to stay in the suffering? Or would you like to just tap into spirit and say, okay, I'm on board. What's this divine timing all about? I think I'm ready. You know what I mean? And maybe you are. Spirit, can you give me some advice for the couples? I just feel like there's something here, something going on in your relationship. And it's just causing growth for you guys, yeah. There's that Three of Swords again. It came out again. And the Three of Cups. And the release card, number 13. So that's what's happening. I feel like you're going through this period of isolation, sadness, but every single time we're in this energy, at some point we get some kind of enlightenment. We just do. It just happens. It's natural. Sometimes I feel like those towers are just exactly for that reason, to wake us up, to get us to look at something different, to attract, distract our attention from one thing to another. It's about growth. So the advice here is to just keep in mind that there's an awakening happening. And one of the ways to heal your heart, because I see it's broken here, remember with that Three of Swords, super broken heart, super sad, a lot of crying. And this energy is about alchemy. And so the answer is in this Three of Cups, sharing the love. It's like offering love wherever you go. And as you do, it heals your heart. It heals theirs too. So you might want to start practicing that. I also feel like since you have 2 3s here, that it could be like you have a lot of spirit guidance and help around you. I do see it here as well. And you're the one seeking it, with that bubble. So I feel like there's some old stuff you have to release. Like, I don't know what it is. Well, yes, I do. It's got something to do with vanity and pride. So when you think about vanity and pride, what exactly do you think of? That might be the answer. But I feel like ego is just your human being. And it includes the body and the mind, right? Your ego. Um, so it could be about fear. It could be about a false belief. It could be about control issues. Um, it could be about a lot of things. But I feel like you need to release something. It just doesn't fit you anymore. It doesn't feel right. It's like an old scab, and there's new skin underneath, and you've got to kind of release it, like a snake does, or a tarantula, you know, they like are totally reborn, and then they just shed that old shell off. And I feel like that's what spirit is saying, like, just go ahead and release this. And meanwhile, back at the ranch, the way to healing that heart and understanding, like, this doesn't fit me anymore. It's all about just kind of like trying to seek people out to love on, almost, you know what I mean? Like, make it a practice. Like, it could be the cashier at the gas station, you know what I mean? Like, just a 2-minute meeting with someone, you know? Or do something nice for somebody that you work with, you know what I mean? Or give them a compliment or whatever. Because when you try to share that love that you have in your heart, it's healing for both people, and you're just spreading the love. So please do it. So that is the messages for Virgo in a great relationship. Let's see. 1821 for complicated. So let's see what's going on in the complicated. I'm doing like um, 2 piles, like this person A, person B, trying to get some energy here. Let me use this deck. I just try and change this and let them kind of recharge with crystals on them in between. Okay, so let's do, whoops, that's a bad shuffle. What was that all about? Virgo in complicated relationships. Let's see what's happening. It looks like someone's learning strength. I see something, a world, the world card is here. So like maybe something's closing out, and I see wish fulfillment on the other side. I feel like you're working on that wish fulfillment right now. You have something in mind, right? Okay. So angels, spirits, guides, ancestors, archangels, ascended masters, and all that is. Let's check out what's going on for Virgo person A and person B in the complicated relationship, please. Okay. And let me scoot these over. Tell me about person B. Okay. Wow. Okay, so the first thing that's coming out here is you guys have some sort of a psychic bond. It is definitely like a planned relationship for some kind of lessons, is what I'm feeling, because you have the high priest and the high priestess. Tell me what the mutual energy is here between the two of them. What's the mutual energy in this complicated relationship? Maybe secrets. Maybe you both feel like the other keeps secrets. I think you both love each other. You're both healing up and getting clarity while you do it. Okay. Well, that's interesting, right? There's a Two of Wands at the bottom. You know that meaning for me is you have a choice to make, and Spirit is saying, like, choose you, choose you, choose you. So I'm going to get this little island deck, and we're going to clarify all these cards for Virgo and their person A. So there's a page here, but who knows what that means. Could be a child, could be a message, and it came in divine timing, right? Okay, this person, the Page of Wands, I feel like what it's saying is, like, this person A is trying to move forward. They're moving on from the relationship. Tell me about the Wheel. The Wheel is about the dragonfly. So this can be about healing. It can be about transforming, something transforming you. So I feel like you're moving on, and there's a transformation because of it. And the Two of Swords is like you're in this place where you don't know what to do. You have a decision. You're not sure what to do. So I feel like even though you're trying to move on, I feel like you're not really sure. You could have many options or something like that, right? Tell me about the High Priest for person A. Why is the High Priest here? Okay, so it's a separation. They're sad. There's a breakup, separation. You got two cards. Stop the pattern, silent treatment, abandonment issues. So there we go for the lesson, right? The lesson is, like, I need to stop the pattern. So the High Priest is here saying, like, yeah, you need to stop this crazy pattern for sure. And so I feel like person A is figuring that out, They are transforming, but even though they're moving forward, moving on, right? I feel like they still think about you, and they aren't 100% sure whether they're doing the right thing by moving forward. Tell me what the Eight of Cups is. It's like sabotage. Yeah. So person A is definitely moving on. And they're integrating. They're integrating. I feel like they could be working on something inside themselves too. Like, I don't know, they have an addiction possibly. Could be. Tell me about the Page of Cups. The Phoenix. New phase. Transform, growth, changed mind. Page of Cups. So what's changed for you, person A, if you're person A? What's changed for you is what you feel about love. You have a brand new mind about love. This person kind of, like, burned the whole thing down, and you're rebuilding. So it's like the phoenix, it gets burnt all the way to the ground, and then it rises. Then it rises. And that's the most important part. And what's happening is when you rise, you're not the same. And the way you're not the same is the way you view love, the way you see it now. Tell me about person number 2 with the Six of Cups. So person B, Six of Cups, they think about you all the time. They feel like you are their soulmate. You're on their mind constantly, right? And what they're doing is just working on something, trying to change the vibe, something. But you're on their mind if you're, person B has person A on their mind. And they want to send a message, right? but they're scared it's over. They're scared you started over with someone else. And then there's some news that comes in, and there they are back again, thinking about the past again. So, High Priestess. High Priestess, what do you want to say to person B? Healing heart. So, the High Priestess is here saying, like, this person over here is healing their heart, and finding their way out of some kind of toxic thing. Like, could be a relationship, could be an addiction, right? And Temperance, hoping that something will change, right? Hoping something will change. They feel like this is a partnership and a commitment that is a forever thing. So they have a lot of, this person over here feels a deeper connection maybe than this person, or in a different way. Like, they want to move this relationship forward quickly. Like, they want, the engagement ring came out, right? So they want more with you. The World card. So when I'm clarifying the World card, it's like closing out a cycle, entering into a new portal of life, right? And here's what's clarifying it: the Paradise card, Virgo. Happiness, expansion, joy, playfulness, oneness, enjoying each other. So this could be what they want from the relationship, or what they're expecting from it, right? They really want it to change, and they want to feel the way they did before, with the happiness and the everything. So the Knight of Swords is here, which is about fast action, and healing is in progress here, and it's going to go a lot quicker than one might think, because I feel like this person is setting boundaries. But they're getting to this place where they're just feeling like there's something wrong with them, right? So this person over here is like totally like 100% thinking about person A. And person A is, I mean, they're thinking about person B too, but they're rising, they're changing, they're transforming. But person B is kind of stuck there, stuck. And they end up like, even though what they want is the World card, and they want a new beginning, and they want expansion, and they want engagement, right? They even person B might just want to even have sex with you again. They miss you. Now let's clarify the Moon and the King of Cups in the center of the reading. Okay. So this is about keeping a positive mindset. I feel like both of you are doing that. And I feel like you're both trying to, maybe you're just doing moon wishes too, because the moon is here, and then it says manifest what you want. So maybe you're doing moon magic for this relationship to change, or something to be brought to light. But I feel like the most important part of manifesting is to stay positive. And I feel like you're both doing that, so that's good. So then the Three of Pentacles and the Eight of Swords, like something is different here. Like there could be like a new offer for both of you, right? Or you're starting a new project, cutting yourself free from feeling stuck. Tell me what that means. Okay, so there could be like a friend coming in with that Three of Pentacles. A friend is coming in, and you're just like talking all about it. You're like, man, this hurt so bad. Like, you're being honest You're telling them, you know, like, this is a codependency. I'm scared to death of abandonment. So you're sharing that with a friend. You're pouring your heart out to them. This could be a twin flame relationship because the card is here right after heartbroken. So I feel like you feel stuck, both of you feel stuck to this relationship, but heartbroken, not understanding what way to go. You know it's a special relationship. And you know if you could ever get on the same page, it would be great. Tell me about the Four of Swords and the Ace of Swords. This is healing. All right, so what you're both getting clear on here, it's about, because you have the Ace of Swords, it's about clarity. And it's during a time where you're actually trying to heal. You know, you're trying to say goodbye. And what you both realize, maybe even at the same time, is that no matter how fucked up this thing is, you love them. You unconditionally love them. Which means that it doesn't matter what happened. It doesn't matter what they say or do. Like, your love isn't contingent on their behavior. Do you know what I mean? Like, this is a relationship like that. It's like like a mother and a child. Like, is there really anything a child of yours could do to make you not love them? No. There really just isn't, unless there's something wrong with somebody. A parent just can't not love their child. And that's the same kind of energy. It's like this love is deep. And you both know it. And I feel like at this point, when you like understand that this loving is unconditional, I kind of feel like you guys start sending that love to each other and just like working on yourself. You know what I mean? I sure hope so. I feel like this person B is so feeling like not enough that I don't know, you know. I mean, they might have to do some self-love stuff, person B. But person A, I feel, is going through it like fast. They're learning their lessons. They understand the reason, like all of it. So let's look and see if there is some angel messages for person A. Angel messages. Hi, Melissa. How's it going? Welcome, welcome. Thanks for coming. Thanks for all the likes this morning, you guys. I appreciate it. So let's see. So person A. So I feel like a lot of attraction here, but I feel like person A feels either like they were deceptive, like they weren't really their true self in front of this person, and they're feeling kind of guilty about it. Like, maybe if I would have been my real self, maybe this could have changed, you know, been different. There is a strong, like, physical attraction between you guys. It's like a magnet to steel, which makes sense since it's a twin flame here in the center. But person A is really just trying to like take control back of their life. They're like, I can't let this like be the center of my attention anymore. Like, I just want to learn the lesson and move on. So I think person A is doing that. They're receiving the messages. They're trying to heal whatever it is that's coming up inside of them. Like this whole deception thing. I feel like this card is about like pretending to be somebody different than you really are, you know? And like, I think everybody does that to an extent. You know what I mean? Like, nobody really knows who we are when we're home by ourselves. They don't know how lazy we are or how OCD we are or whatever, right? So I feel like, you know, we don't really show that part to our person when we're just, I don't know. I just feel like this person realizes it. So person B, I feel like they want to have a deep visit with you. They want to tell you how much you love them. They love you. person B wants to tell person A that. They want to send you a gift. They want to, like, I don't know, give you something. They want to show you that they love you. And I see it right here. I mean, remember, this is the one who wants the engagement. So I don't know if there will be a ring coming in for some of you. It kind of looks like it. They are staying optimistic, you know. Positive thinking is what they're working with. You know, they're trying to just stay in the positive, and so they can have the best, like, new world card, you know, like walking through a new portal. The thing is that, you know, sometimes ending a cycle is harder than we think, and we hang on to it and we don't allow it, right? So I think this person is wanting to go down the new path. I'm just not sure that they've closed out the old cycle. But I do feel like they're on their way. I feel like they need to clearly decide what they want, you know? Here's what I feel like. I feel like this person is like all about the soul connection. They feel it pretty hard, you know what I mean? And I feel like they want to get you away together. I feel like they're talking about marriage and honeymoon and divine timing. They're like, you are worth waiting for, Virgo. If you're a person, or unless that's you, right? Person A or person B. But I have these up, some of them upside down. Sorry, I'm gonna fix them. So I do feel like there's a reconciliation coming, is what I feel like. Let me see what the Lover Oracle has to say here about you guys. If you could do anything, what would it be? The answer dwells in your heart, not in your mind, for the heart is the gateway to the soul. So that's what I mean about these relationships. Like, I put that on and it touched the twin flame card. And I just feel like it's a message saying, like, person B, I see all the love you have for person A. I see the turmoil that you're in. And I see that you don't really want to give it up. You want to go forward. You know, I feel like this cycle that you have here is one that you're trying to manifest yourself, like an ending to the cycle of this thing, like the running, chasing, like the I love you and you, the other person's going to get away from me. Like, I feel like there's a little bit of that going on. And Spirit is saying, like, if you could do anything, what would it be? The answer dwells in your heart, not your mind, for the heart is the gateway to the soul. So I feel like it's important for you to tap into your heart space. And then it says healing. Imagine yourself and your beloved surrounded by light. Feel your relationship being healed this very moment. So, yeah, that's a really beautiful couple of messages for you guys. Some kind of way to get through this energy, right? So always staying optimistic about this person. Always, even if you move on, this is an important person in your life. And it doesn't mean that it's a happily ever after. It means that it broke your heart open. Like it opened it. It's the gateway to the soul. It almost like cracked open that heart so your whole soul could come out. I wish I had that card right now. Let me look for it. I want to show you what that looks like when you finally let your soul do it. Okay, I'll have to just start at the beginning, I guess. It's actually probably my favorite card I've ever seen. There's two of them and they both mean the same thing. It's Judgment card, but I just love I love the picture because I imagine it being that way. You know what I mean? When, you know, you're finally, your soul is finally ready to surface and you're ready to let it. Yeah, here it is. Here it is. So I kind of feel like that's what's happening, and that's what that oracle is about. It's about like your heart being cracked open by this person. So I think it is important to always send the person that opened your soul, opened up the lid and let your soul out. Send them as much love as you can. Every time you're sitting here with this camera card and you're looking through your phone at this person, I'm getting chills. So I know I'm right. It's saying to me, like, when you look through that, instead of tears of sadness, if the tears fall, let that be from your heart space, saying, like, good job, good job. This is the person who opened up my soul and let it out. So this might be the first time that you recognize it, or, I mean, your soul is always around, trust me. But our mind keeps it at bay all the time with fear, you know. So I feel like sending this person as much love as you can, and then just kind of trying to work on your own self, especially person B, because they're really stuck. Okay, so now we'll go to singles. Singles. Where am I? I forgot who I'm on. Oh, Virgo. I try to be organized, but the truth is, I'm not really. I have a hard time with it. I try to be, but I just end up being in chaos again. I don't know why. I don't think I used to be like that. I don't know when that happened. Okay, so new love. Okay, new love for Virgo. Let's see. Now, this is new love for Virgos that are single, right? This is a single love reading. So singles that are ready to mingle. Tell me what's going on with the single Virgos. What's going on in their life and who's coming in it. All right away I see you hanging on to something. Four of Pentacles. It's a love person. King of Cups. Could be a water sign. Could be a Gemini. The lovers is here. So I feel like you're hanging on to something. And it's somebody did you dirty, I feel like, here. Let me see what else. Yeah. So what they created in you, Virgo, is doubt about yourself, about your value. I mean, they really kind of knocked you in the dirt. At the bottom of the deck, I have 10 of Pentacles. And so bottom of the deck is stuff you don't see coming, you know. So what I'm seeing at the bottom of the deck is the Wheel of Fortune coming in, bringing you your wish fulfillment, possibly unveiling some new gifts you have, like spiritual gifts you have. And I feel like this changes something for you. It changes like this negative chatter going on in your head. And I almost feel like the Ten of Pentacles is just right here. And you can't see it. You can't. So what I'm seeing here is like you're hanging on to something. It could be about something that somebody did to you. It could be a King of Cups. It could be a lover. But there's a new beginning here with the Ace of Pentacles. So I'm not sure if that's a job or something, Pentacle. It could, but we're doing a love reading. So we're going to say it's an offer and it's stable. And I do feel like this new offer is something that's propelling you forward on your spiritual journey. with the Hierophant. It could also mean like, you know, the Hierophant can mean like higher learning. It can be, um, you know, like marriage or going to college. It could be anything. But I feel like you have a lot of energy here blocking the Ace of Pentacles. You have the Five of Pentacles, like you don't feel like you have enough value. You have the Seven of Swords, which is like, I don't know. It could be, I feel like because of the placement, it's somebody who did you wrong, you know, and you can't really, you're hanging on to it. What I see over here is the High Priestess, the Ace of Pentacles, and the Lovers. So if you could tap in to your higher self, it has an avenue here. If you would just listen to that. Like, remember when I was just saying in the other reading, like, our mind blocks our blessings because of fear. It blocks our soul as well. When we're scared, that soul can't, it just, we suppress it. We suppress it. It says it gives us a good idea and we're like, no, that's scary. You know what I mean? And so we do have communication with our third eye all the time. It's just like, are you listening? Right? I do feel like there's some sort of emperor energy here, not down in the center, like coming up and down. You have the King of Cups, the Ace of Pentacles, and the Emperor. So you could have an emperor coming in offering marriage. You could have someone that loves you so much. This could be an Aries. It could be any water sign. It could be a Gemini. It could be a Taurus. Okay, so I'm going to find out what all this negative energy is, because out of all you have 9 cards, and you have 3 things that could block you. Hanging on to something from the past. Hi, Daisy. Welcome, welcome. I'm so glad you're here. Thanks for coming. So let's find out what the Four of Pentacles is about here for Virgo. Tell me what's going on with the Four of Pentacles, Spirit. It's about something in the past that you were working on a foundation with someone you thought was solid, didn't you? You thought it was solid. And then here comes the damn Tower card. Let me show you it. It's the Fate card. It's a detour. It's divine intervention. Do you guys see all those words on that card? So whatever this structure was that felt solid is being like removed, or it was, because it could be in the past. It's all the way to the left, but this is what you're thinking about, and like you're upset about it, you're hanging on to it. But I'm here to tell you the divine caused that tower, whatever that is. Like if it's a loss of a job, or you know, a loss of a lover, Spirit's the one that did it. It wasn't right. Aw, I bet it did break your heart. I'm sorry, honey. Tell me what the Seven of Swords is here. We're just clarifying this past section here. Okay. So this could have been you or another person, right? But I feel like there's some regret here. There was a fight, maybe. Some kind of, maybe even half-truth. Like not a whole truth being spoken. Like somebody only told the half of a truth. And it triggered the other person and there was a big fight. Okay, so tell me why the High Priestess is here. I'll pull some cards for you when I'm done, Daisy. Okay? So the High Priestess, they're making you aware of something. And you know what it is? It's the foundation. because we got that out in the first card, like you're hanging on to it. But your higher self is saying like, no, you thought that was a solid foundation, babe. Mm-mm. That was all based on chemistry. You were attracted to them, their physical body. You were more. It was more about passion than anything else. You thought it was a solid foundation, but Spirit's like, it's not. It wasn't. Trust me. I did that because it's not suited for you. So let's look what's happening in the present moment, because there's someone coming in. You know what I mean? There's someone coming in full of love. There could be even two people, but I feel like, honestly, and there could be two people. You might have an option, but I feel like it's somebody who is stable in their own energy with the Emperor, like able to manifest. Um, and there's a lot of love, you know. And honestly, this King of Cups could also even be you. You know, like this Emperor comes in offering you love, and then your heart is activated. Your heart is activated. So I'm wondering if this could be like somebody offering you like a job or something like that, because it's a pentacle, you know? It's a damn pentacle. So let's clarify the King of Cups. I feel like the King of Cups is you. Now, this King of Cups is the new you. It's a rebirth. Like you've gone through a transformation and you're leading with love. You're feeling very, very free here. This is in the present moment, you know. And I feel like there's some freedom here with this King of Cups. So if it's an offer from somebody, I feel like it does something to you. Gives you freedom, makes you feel great, right? The Ace of Pentacles. The Ace of Pentacles is so good. Like, dude, I'm wondering if you're dealing with a Leo, Aries, or Sag, but here's the Ace of Fire coming out with the Sun and the North Node. So the reason that this person from the past had to be removed is they weren't part of your purpose. Like maybe they served a purpose for the moment. You know, I'm sure you learned something from them. We learned something from everybody that hurts us. But the thing is, they had to be kind of like wiped out, you know, like taken out because you weren't on your North Node. So Spirit, like, a divine intervention, like, nope, nope, this isn't the way, this isn't the one, this isn't the way. So tell me, who is this beautiful Emperor down here? This Emperor is bringing in abundance. I feel like they're a good communicator. I feel like there is good energy, like passion energy between the two of you. And they want a commitment. They do. So, okay, let's look at the Lovers. This is in the future. So, here's this person. It feels good. You're going for it. You feel really great. So, Spirit is saying, like, the Lovers is clarified by abundance and gratitude card and being present in the moment. So that's one little clue, right? Make sure to be authentic in this relationship. Don't wear a mask. Don't pretend to be somebody you're not. Let this person see all of it. They want to. They're sent to you. They're sent to you. They're going to teach you something real big about justice, about yourself, about how even though you've gone through so much pain in your life, it just brought you to this person that you are now. And this Emperor thinks you're great. This Emperor finds you beautiful. But you are here. So this Emperor comes in with this great offer. They're beautiful, they're honest, they're authentic. And you, so here's the thing about this Five of Pentacles. So it's being clarified by commitment, family, home. So I'm wondering if you feel like it could be that you're scared to commit to them because the last person you committed to left you high and dry. So you might have a fear here about that. Like you don't even know if you want to take the offer, even though it feels good. Like you're kind of scared. So I feel like what's happening is there's a breakthrough coming, and I think it's this person bringing it into you. You know, like spirit sent them. Here's the Hierophant card. Like this person was sent to you. Tell me what the Hierophant is here for. There's a new beginning, and you have to decide whether you want it or not. That's what it's saying. So at the bottom of the deck, I feel like here's the South Node, which is about the comfort zone. Remember, you got the North Node, and it's in the very center of your reading. All of this shit is going on because Spirit is trying to get you out of an old toxic pattern. It doesn't serve you anymore. I feel like self-love is what's going to transform your whole situation. You know, like Pluto is here with transformation and self-love and comfort zone. So I feel like that's what it is all about. So the key to this reading here right now is saying, like, you got to decide. You have got to decide. Hi, Helen. Hi. So you've got to decide, like, whether you want to stay in this conflict and this feeling of not being enough and alone and sad, or when this cool emperor comes in, do you want to try that? Because Spirit's saying, like, here you go. Here you go. It's my gift to you. Do you want it? Do you want it? It's up to you. You know, I'm not trying to tell anybody what to do here, but I just feel like there are things in our life that we don't have control over. You know, our human, our soul planned it all. The soul is at the wheel at all times. So I kind of feel like that's what's going on, but can you get your mind on the same page? Or is it too trapped in fear? Because that's what I'm seeing. Like, yeah. So that's what I have got there. Let me see if I can get some advice for you guys. This is for single Virgos. Oh, wow. I love it when they just like fall out and okay. So there's a new cycle coming if you want it. Your soul is dying to show you how beautiful it is. Like how strong you are and how creative you are. Like if you put your mind to, it doesn't even matter what it is, it's going to win. You know what I mean? If you could get your mind and your soul on the same page, who knows what you can create. Spirit is just saying, like, I'm giving you a brand new beginning, a brand new portal of life, a brand new timeline. Do you want it? Do you want to? Do you want to? So there's a lot of spirit activity going on in your life as far as like romantic relationships go. Spirit really does use those relationships to grow us. There's nothing more painful than having someone split, like that card, disrupt our nest and leave, you know, sneak off into the night. Fuck that. Right? That's how it feels. Like, fuck that. But I feel like that could have very well been like part of your soul plan, like, because there's this new person coming in, and that is on your soul path. So keep an eyeball out for that. Remember, it is someone, first of all, who activates your heart chakra, and second of all, they have a lot of love for you, and they're shifting you onto your purpose. onto your path of purpose. So whatever that means for you. Do you guys know what your North Node is? I have a lady that watches me all the time, and she asks me to do North Node readings. And I have actually thought about doing that, but I kind of feel like you could watch your, like any kind of general message. And if you watch your North Node sign, you would get that same message. Like, this is what's going on your soul path and why. So I feel like that's kind of the truth. Okay, so I am going to pull some cards from Daisy. Daisy. Spirit, what you got for my friend Daisy who's watching us right now? I feel like you're feeling a little confused, like you don't know which way to go. This specific deck is kind of all about, well, for me, I read the artwork more than anything, but Two of Pentacles is about deciding something. It's about being like kind of in the middle, like what should I do? Should I listen to my body? Should I listen to my soul? The reason that I know that is because red means body, white means soul in this tarot deck. So I feel like you're not quite sure, you know, like your mind is, I don't know, maybe heavier, and your soul one is a light, fluffy, cloud looking energy, but you still can't decide, like you're carrying around that heavy bag. Okay, so tell me tell me what she, okay, yeah, oh wow. So you've got like this burden that you're carrying around, like it's heavy. I mean, we have so many planets in retrograde. I feel like it's important for all of us to just like deep breathe, you know, because it's affecting everyone. Like I had a whole week where I was so tired, like I couldn't sleep either, you know, but I was just physically exhausted. So I don't know how it's happening for other people, but it is a heavy energy. Just try and breathe through it, you know, take those, just, it only takes a few minutes to take some breaths, and you can do it all day long. We breathe all day. It's just like breathing with intention, you know, tapping into that inner self. So what I'm seeing about like you weighing from soul to body, you know, are you listening to your body, or are you listening to your soul? I feel like you're really stuck in the body right now because you have a heavy load. You feel like you've been carrying it alone. And there's a lot of shit on this load. A lot. You're carrying a ton of stuff. And you've got two fives here telling me like, man, something needs to give. Like fives are about fast change. Hey, P.S. There's 5 people watching and 5 people who liked this video. And then we have 2 fives right here. So what I'm saying to you, Daisy, is there's probably really fast change coming that you don't really understand. You know what I mean? Like you don't see it coming. But because you're not paying really attention, you know, you're kind of sad. Like you don't even want to look up. I feel like this card is so depressing. It's about not having enough. It's about not having enough money. It's about being in a place where you don't even fucking care. It's like your hands are in your head's in your knees. You see, there's a big doorway right there, Daisy. And there's a key propped up by that door. But she's not looking up to even see the key or care about the key or even care about what's on the other side. So I feel like your body's pretty in control right now. Could be like a tiny ray of hope, the 5 of Cups. I see you slowly releasing it, you know? I see you slowly accepting it, releasing it, letting go. Oh, Daisy. Okay, so tell me what's happening next for Daisy. Like, I see where she's at. Okay, well, here's the thing, Daisy. I mean, things are about to turn around. Like, I don't know what you're doing, like, if you're working or whatever. I'll just talk about the Six of Pentacles and the way I see it. This is about, I mean, the picture is showing like three people working on a project. It's beautiful. It's an art piece, right? This could be friends. The Three of Pentacles generally can mean like someone coming in, seeing what you do, and saying like, I would like to collaborate with you. So there could be an offer of collaboration here. I also see threes as spirit. So I'm wondering if spirit is sending some people to help you, or people to work with you, or people to like raise your vibe up, because you're meant for greatness. You're meant for fame. You're meant for fortune. You're meant for victory. Spirit wants you to have it. Spirit is bringing it to you. You see all those 8 wands honed in on that one spot, that one white spot. It's you, babe. It's you. That spirit watching you, and they're saying like, no, 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 no. I mean, this is down, like this is on top. Like when I read them, they're like this when they're sitting on the table. So spirit is coming in to like help you out of that position. And then I see the Sun card. Happiness, abundance, joy. So I feel like that's what spirit is bringing you. And it could also be saying like, because it's laying like this, it could also be saying like the key to actually letting this go is to like notice all the cool shit around you. Like all the, what do you have around you every day? You know what I mean? Like get up in the morning and think of, just open your eyes, look around and write down 3 things you're grateful for. Start your day like that, Daisy. Start your day with gratitude every day. And I swear to God, this is going to turn around. What did I say, Melissa? Okay, so your kids are one thing, but you got to think of different stuff every day. Okay? Will you do that? Do that for, try to set yourself, like, just set a goal. Like, get a tablet and plan on trying to make that a part of your morning ritual. You know? Maybe you do it forever. That would be great. I think your life would change. I think when we focus on the good things, we get like a new perspective, because that's how our soul feels about it. You know, our mind is feeling all the abandonment stuff, but our soul is like, oh, now I can be more compassionate in this area. You know, your soul is constantly the positive. You know what I mean? So like the gratitude, focusing on the gratitude, that's what brings your soul up and like rises. It quiets your mind, it changes your mind. And that's what the hangman is about. It's about looking at things from different perspectives. And like what I'm asking you to look from is gratitude. Like what's it look like when you look great, when you're grateful every freaking day? What's your day look like after that? I want to know. Will you keep me informed? So this is how the healing is happening, is through these different perspectives. I feel like you're getting your own stability. Here's the thing. I guess I feel like okay. Here's the thing. I feel like you're hanging on to something. Like it's this person. This person must have offered some sort of stability in your life, right? But it's hanging on to something that like that isn't there, or something that just didn't work out, you know? It ends up controlling your behavior. Do you see the marionette this cute guy has in his hand? This is the devil card. Meaning, like, sometimes things look really great, but, like they end up controlling us. And I feel like why the devil is here is because this fear, this indecision about whether you should listen to your mind or listen to your soul, it's controlling your behavior. It's acting like you're just a puppet. You're just a puppet for your mind. It's playing tricks on you, all that kind of shit. So, here's what I feel like. I feel like if you were to stay focused in gratitude, do it, try it for 1 month and just see. Let's just play a game with yourself and see. You can put it to the test. See if it works. If it doesn't work, you can come back on here and tell me, fuck you. Tina, like that didn't work at all. But I think this is what Spirit is saying to you. Like, you can become, free from this devil energy. It's controlling what you're doing. It's controlling your emotions. It's controlling how you see things. It's controlling not seeing things at all, So I feel like that's what has to transform. I'm looking at the bottom of the deck right now. It's telling me here, Queen of Swords. This is a pretty, can seem like a cold energy, right? But it's really about like stepping back away from the emotions and thinking logically about something. Like the truth of this situation. I mean, when someone leaves you with a Five of Pentacles, Five of Cups, and a Ten of Wands, I mean, I'd say it's pretty fair to say that maybe it's time to cut that shit loose. I mean, that doesn't serve you to sit and with your hands in your head in your knees, Spirit, I want to know what's behind the door in the Five of Pentacles. Will you show me? If she were to like get out of that Five of Pentacles ball she's in, like where she's not looking up, she can't see the key. Let's pretend she does. Show me what's on the other side of the Five of Pentacles. Sadness. New information and stability. Yeah. So, Queen of Pentacles here. Queen of Pentacles. And new information. Page of Swords. Or it could be a child. Right? But I feel like, behind the door is new information about you. It's about you being the Queen of Pentacles. Queen of Pentacles is such a badass, isn't she? I mean, she's tapped into nature, every kind of it. She's definitely grounded. She's like Minor Arcana Empress energy. Lots of love, lots of nurturing energy. Maybe what's behind there is that for you, feeling that energy. I'm solid in my own skin. I think Spirit wants you to show that to you, but like you can't really find that inside yourself until you pick up your head, possibly pick up that key and open that door, because there's something really solid behind the door, and it's you in your own power. Hey Lori, how's it going? I miss you. Oh, Helen. Helen, I get it. I lost my son too. I don't know if you know that, but welcome to my channel. I hope you stay. I do channel the other side, so are you still here, Helen? Anyway, Daisy. Do you have any questions, Daisy, about this? Because I just feel like it's pretty, like you have a lot of really cool stuff coming, like success. And I think it's success that you find in your own self with that Queen of Pentacles. Like, it's financial success. It could be fame. I mean, it could be a job offer, but it's definitely spirit guided is what I feel like. Her birthday is Wednesday. Oh, I'm so sorry, Helen. I lost my son, and I do know. I absolutely fucking know. I just, like, he just had a birthday, September 4th. Those are hard days. Those birthdays, wow. And then the death day is another day that's just like beyond, it's beyond anything. Like, I hate those days. I wish I could skip them. Could be your grandma. So Spirit, let me see. Spirit, can we tap in to Helen's daughter? I don't know her name, but it's her birthday today. Can we tap in to her energy? Yeah, is she here with me? Okay. Did you bring her here? I'm getting a lot of chills right now, so I feel like, I hope you're still here, Helen. Philippa? Okay, angel spirits, guides, Philippa, what do you have to say today? Okay. I feel like your third eye is blocked, is what she's trying to tell me, Helen. So that's what this is like, you know, like there's a helmet over the third eye, and I feel like it's called refusing to see. But a lot of times I think when we lose our child, I mean, we just go into such a dark spot, you know what I mean? So I feel like there's quite a few messages here, and I'm just going to look at them and just channel right now. I feel like if you look around, you'll see messages from her. I feel like there might be something about rainbows about her, like maybe she comes with the rainbow, or there is a certain message when there's a rainbow. I feel like she's saying, like, if you would just like notice these things, you might be able to hear her or see her. I also feel like she wants you to know that she's doing really great, and her soul is just pure energy and light and love right now, and she's just shining, and she wants the same for you. I feel like sometimes when we're in a lot of pain about these kind of things, I mean, we really do kind of get into a dark place, and we don't look, right? We don't see the messages. I feel like part of what she's asking you is to like reach for her in this C card. This is the Hermit card, but I feel like this card is called Seek, and it's about like her hands. This girl is sitting there in meditation. Her hands are up in the receiving position. And so it's coming out like this. And so I feel like if you would try with meditation, I feel like you can reach her with just a tiny bit of effort. She's right there. It's just that if we're vibing super low with ourselves, we can't hear it, we can't see it. She's trying to reach you. You see what I mean? She's trying to reach you. She's trying to like even breathe the life into you. That's why the rainbow is here. You know, it's just saying like, I want to breathe the color and life back into your life. This is not as bad as you think it is. Like, I know I'm gone, but if you'll look around, you'll see that I'm not. I'm with you every step of the way. Oh, Helen. Okay. tell me more messages from Felipa. Okay. This is the Empress, so this would be you, Mama. This would be you, Mama. And I kind of feel like, honestly, she's saying a couple of different things. Like, first of all, I feel like she's telling me thank you for loving her. You know, like she appreciates what you did for her. She appreciates like all the light you provided for her. She sees you as the queen, you know, the queen of all queens. And I feel like she's just saying that so hard. Man, I get so emotional when I do these kind of things. I feel like there's clarity coming in and transformation and healing. She's asking you to rest and reconsider about some stuff. Here's what I feel like. I'm wondering if there's a lot of guilt here on your part. Like, I kind of went through the same thing. That's probably why I'm feeling it. But I feel like maybe you wish you could turn back time and do stuff different. Maybe you could have changed something. Maybe you could have, you know, like moms, that's what we do. We just are constantly thinking like, man, if I would have said something different, if I would have just loved a little harder, if I would have just, you know what I mean? It doesn't matter how they died. My son died from an illness, you know, and I still wished I would have done stuff different. I wish I would have loved harder. And your daughter is saying, like, don't think that way. You loved me perfectly. She's asking you to change your focus to something else. Like, this is one thing. Like, this is a Five of Cups, and it's about deep sadness that controls us, you know, controls our life. And I feel like she's saying like, okay, it's time to change your focus. So what do you want her to focus on, Felipa? She wants you to focus on stuff you've dreamed about, like things that you dream about, things that you want. What do you want? My answer to that, like right after my son died for like the first couple of years, would be nothing. I don't want anything. I was so fucking sad. I could barely move. Yeah. And she's telling me that you are feeling like that too. Isolation, sad. But it's in this deepest, darkest time where we get some enlightenment. And I think that's what's happening for you. Yeah. There's that share the love. And so I feel like that the meaning of that card is to like maybe change your focus and maybe try as hard as you can. I know it's hard. I don't know where you're at in this journey. I don't know where you're at with it, but she's telling me that if you changed your focus to like trying to like offer kindness to other people on purpose, like I know it's hard when you're grieving, it's almost impossible, but she's asking you to do it. Like it doesn't even matter what it is. Like it could be going and getting gas and like really saying something super fucking nice to the guy taking your money, you know, or the guy next door, you know, that's getting gas too. Like you just say one nice thing that makes them smile, brings a smile to their face, brings a smile to yours. I feel like she's asking you to do that because you're very sad. I feel like this is going to help you bounce out of the isolation and the sadness and see something different, like from an enlightened perspective, like you're seeing it with this glow all around you, you know? And then this is when your own soul begins to shine, you know? And I know, like, I mean, I did not even fucking care what my soul looked like for such a long time. I didn't even care. I didn't think about it. I didn't want to. And if that's how you feel, I feel like that's okay too. But I do feel like your daughter wants you to move forward. There are so many major arcanas here. on this reading. One of them is the Observe card. So this could be about you like taking the time out to like look at your situation from other perspectives, like your souls, like her souls, like, you know what I mean? See what the hell's going on here. I think that's how you start to rebuild. Also, don't forget about the Seek card. Ask for guidance. Tap in. Tap in. And then what seems like your worst nightmare is going to change into the most amazing spiritual gift you've ever received. And that is really exactly what I'm seeing. Let me explain what I mean by this gift. It would be a spiritual gift, and since it's your daughter, I feel like it's going to be like kind of direct communication, like mediumship skills, if that's what you're after. Have you ever thought about it? Is that something that you daydream about ever? Like, what if you could just realize that she's really just, her body is dead, not her soul? What if you could really accept that she never left? You know, that her soul is around you all the, she's in the center of the reading, telling you, you know, Mom, I'm right here. Will you just come and look for me? I do see that you're having like the feathers and stuff like that, but this is more than that. I mean, I get it. Feathers are great. I love them all. I love all the messages too. But just wait till the day where you can actually hear her say something to you, or she comes into your dream and you have like this realization that she's really never gone, even though it feels like she is sometimes, you know? If you tap in, I feel like what you're going to figure out is she's right there. It's a matter of like how much like you want to stay stuck in the head. Like you only have one stuck card, and it's this helmet. Like, so you have this helmet on where you're not even looking at anything else except for what you lost. That's it. You're not seeing your value. You're not seeing because it's just part of it. But part of it is like when I feel like losing my son has been the biggest spiritual awakening I've ever had. I am not the same. Talk about Phoenix burning all the way to the ground and then rising up a whole new person. I am not the same person, not on any level. And I'm glad. I wouldn't change my spiritual growth for anything. And I'm just thankful. I'm just thankful that I could see it. I'm thankful that I finally took off the helmet. I am. I'm glad I finally started like paying attention to my chakra system and what it really fucking means. And I kind of feel like that's kind of what she's saying to you as well. If you seek her, you will find her. If you seek, you will find clarity as well. Your belief system will change. It will. You will be given direct knowledge, and that's going to be yours to keep forever. That knowledge, you know. I don't know what kind of knowledge you're getting, but I think part of it is about how much you loved her. It's a lot to do with that role that you play in life as this nurturing empress. You know, it's a divine energy, you know. So maybe you would never wake up to that fact, you know, if we weren't like struck down by some goddamn weird thing like losing a child. I feel like yeah, I don't know. I feel like everything's going to change, like everything that you believe about life and death and everything else. And it's not going to be from me that you get your answers from. Do you know what I mean? Like, my answers are mine. Like, I've said that a million times. Like, all I can report is what spirit tells me. If they didn't tell me, I'm not going to talk about it because I don't know. But I feel like that's what's happening to you. They're clarifying some things. And I think there's some things that are going to be so different. It was for me. It really was. Like, my whole religious background, like, out the window. Like, my whole religious upbringing changed. You know, like, I just, it's gone. I threw it away. I found out it was a lie because spirit told me. My son showed me, you know. So, how was that? Good. I'm glad she's there. Hi, Dan. Daisy, I don't doubt for 1 minute that your grandma's involved. I don't. I'm not sure. I don't know if your daughter per se could bring your stepdad back. I don't know that. I wouldn't even begin to try and guess what kind of power they have and when they get it, when they're there. You know, like, is it like automatic? I don't know. They haven't told me. They haven't told me, so I don't know the answer. Um, but I could ask the tarot if your husband's coming back. Tell me about Helen. Is her husband coming back? I feel like, okay, so didn't we? The Queen of Pentacles is here. So what I feel like, honestly, I kind of feel like this is you trying to you have to get stable within yourself. Like, you have to know your own value before anyone else comes into your life, is what I feel like. It is an important thing to, like, know your worth all by yourself. Like, know, it's mostly about connecting in with your higher self, you know, and realizing how cool it is, how the plan was, how, you know, like, all of that. And then trusting it. And then coming to this place where you realize, like, I don't really need that person. It's pretty freeing. A lot of times when you get to that place, that's when someone comes in, when you're solid in yourself, because your vibe is different. You know what I mean? So I would say just, you know, keep working on your grief. Keep working through that. You know, keep tapping in. And that's what changes my grief, is when I can contact my boy. You know, get messages. And I actually really love being a channel too. It is a little bit emotional at times, but I do love doing it, and I feel very honored to be able to understand the cards and stuff. I feel like it's great. So your husband's having a midlife crisis. It could transform or it could be over, I feel like, because the Ten of Swords is here. That can have either meaning. Spirit, what is that Ten of Swords here for Matt? Ten of Cups. It could transform. It sure looks like it might. And then there's an ending of some kind of bullshit cycle. The World card. So I don't know if he's coming back or not, but I see transformation. I see Ten of Cups, and then I see a whole new beginning here with the World card, like a whole new timeline. you know? And maybe his midlife crisis came at a time because it's right now where you need to figure out your value, with that Queen of Pentacles. Like maybe you have all your value tied up in him, and without him, you don't feel like you have any, you know? That's my guess. Daisy, I had lots of friends before. It's been awakening for me in ways now that I don't really need friends. Well, good for you. That's the way to do it. A lot of times too, like, I used to pray too. And then, like I said, after Paul died, everything kind of changed how I felt about that connection to God, Like, I mean, I was mad for a while. And anyway, I mostly, I do let them know what my intentions are. I do let Spirit know what I need and what I'm searching for. But I also take the time to do deep breathing. I sit quietly and wait for the messages. You know what I mean? I expect them. I'm in the receiving position. I want them. You know what I mean? So it's one thing to pray, but it's another thing to meditate, because that's where you get your answers. You can pray and let go, and that's great. But if you're looking for an answer or a way out or a change in your life, or how to get from point A to point B, ask and then listen. You know what I mean? I think it's super important. I don't think a lot of us do it. I wasn't even taught about meditation in my religion, just prayer, just begging for forgiveness all the time. I was never good enough for that God that my that my family worshipped, And so, not that it wasn't anything weird. It's a Christian religion. It's just like I was never ever sin free, and I never felt good enough. And that's one thing I have gotten. I completely changed how I feel about God. You know, it's changed because of Spirit. It's changed because of Paul. So little by little, one step at a time, one gift at a time, I'm understanding the possible plan that my soul might have had with me losing my son. I honestly don't think I would have come this direction. I know I wouldn't have. The way I was heading when he died, like my life was. I'm not even going to tell you guys. It's just like you wouldn't believe it. But let me just say, it's night and day. Like all I do now is talk to Spirit, and all I did before was serve myself. So it changed me and everything about me. So I'm seeing the justice. And when you can see the justice, you can accept it. You can't be upset. You can't be mad. You can't be upset with your soul. You just feel grateful. Like, I get it. I really was on a fucked up path, man. I get it. And that was a perfect plan, you know? Because I just feel like we set ourselves up, all through life to learn different stuff. And we go down this path and we go down that path. And it leads us here, it leads us there. And then there's a tower moment. And then we're on a different path. That's why these one cards that have the south node and the north node cards, very telling, because the north node in your birth chart is your plan. And I don't know, Helen, what your north node is, but mine's Cancer, and she's the mother of the zodiac. And so a super small story on that. There's a million things that a Cancer north node is about, but I would say feeling all the feels of being a mom is part of it. And man, did I ever feel all the feels, Like, my son got sick. He had lupus, but they didn't know what it was forever. for his whole life, really. Like 18 years, they never diagnosed him with it. He was 34 when he died, and the first time they told me he was going to die, he was 6 months old, 16 months old. And so he had lupus then, but nobody knew. It attacked his lungs that first time. He almost died. And then the second time, then he was, he was okay for a while. And then the second time he actually did die, he was 16 years old. And they revived him. And he lost his kidney function. So he was on dialysis for a long time. It's a long story. It was 18 years of wondering if he was going to make it through one more fucking day. Until one day he didn't. And it broke my heart. So I totally understand. Your North Node is Cancer too, Alan. I don't know why, but it doesn't surprise me. I was kind of like looking through, like thinking about all the kids I went to school with, and they probably all have the same, my class, I would say most of them have the same North Node. And I was thinking about all the people that I know of that went to school with me that lost a kid. What a rough path, right? What a rough fucking path. But as far as the soul collecting data, I mean, I learned so much about how much I loved him. I didn't even know. You know what I mean? I didn't know how I was even capable of loving anyone so much. That broken feeling like your whole life is over. Yeah. So, man, you guys, it's been so nice to visit with you guys. I think we chose it, Helen. I think we chose it because we're old souls. We've been here for a long time. We've been here over and over. I mean, like, you don't want to go to the same life path every time. You already learned the lessons. If we come back and back and back, my guess is that we make it harder each time. You know what I mean? Like, we make our life path a little bit harder each time. And this one for me, I've never, like, I have experienced a lot of endings, like my grandparents, my parents. I lost a sister. And I made it through all of that just fine. Like, I understand it's the cycle of life. I understand that they're gone. I understood that my parents were going to die before me. It's just the way it is. But I have a hard time with the other way around. My human being does. You know what I mean? Like, when I just even think about it, like talking about it right now, it's just like, it's not fucking fair. But although it's been like the most painful thing in my life ever, I am not the same in a good way. Do you know what I mean? I like this version of me better. I am not mean anymore. I'm just, well, I still get mean sometimes, I'm human, but just so many things in my personality have changed. I don't think the same. I don't do anything the same. I don't give one fuck about being rich or any of it. Like, I just get mad at myself for spending all that time working and not just focusing on what's right here in front of me. Like, I let all the all the human stuff boss me around. You know what I mean? Control me, and I don't do that anymore. So I have gotten a lot of gifts. It's just that the pain of it is really bad. But it's transforming. And whenever I really look at the Phoenix card in you guys, it burns you all the way to the ground. All the way. That means all those bullshit things, the selfishness, all the things I was talking about, material wealth, like worrying about that, being so obsessed with it. Like, here's what happened to me. Like, I got a divorce from my kids' dad, and he was so mean. He was just so abusive. And I remember him telling me, no one is ever going to want you. What are you going to do? How are you going to take care of yourself? You're not capable. You can't do anything. Want to watch me? I came out of that relationship with a vengeance. I worked 3 jobs. I refused to let him be right. And I wasted a lot of time that I could have been spending loving my kids. I have 4. Well, I only have 3 now, but you know what I mean. Anyway, it really burned that whole person all the way to the ground, and it really is about the rise. You know what I mean? Like, what am I going to do with this new person that's soul-led? And what am I going to do with this new one? I'm trying to love harder. I try to pay attention to what's going on around me. I try to notice the gifts in the universe, like the trees and the water and all of those things, you know what I mean? I tried to do all that. I didn't do that before. I really, really didn't. I was money focused my whole life. So all of that is gone. It's just, what are we going to do when we rise? Like, I'm starting to rise. You know what I mean? I have no idea where I'm going. I'm just trusting that my soul is leading me there, you know? Because I really do have a pretty fucking brave soul. Don't you think so, Helen? You just got to at least admit that, right? Like, we're Cancer North Node. We chose this path. Wow. Wow. Your soul was confident that you could do it. And so was mine. And I don't think I would have understood that. So, whatever you guys can get out of any of that, I'm so sorry. I get so emotional about my son. I just, obviously, not over it. Me too. Me too, Helen. Oh. Oh, Helen. I know, Daisy, I know about that kind of relationship. Like, man, it sure wipes you out, doesn't it? Takes away every bit of fucking value you ever had for yourself. It's a hard one. But again, like, so I was almost immediately led to tarot. When he died, it was just such a weird and cool thing. My soul just led the way there. And I even actually understand why that all happened. And I've talked about on here before. But I will tell you. So I had something extremely painful happen when I was 25. It was 1988. And I had a brutal attack, rape attack. And you want to talk about knocking the wind out of somebody. It was me. Well, anyway, during that whole episode, which seemed like torture and lasting for hours, I have no idea. I really don't know how long it was. But my soul left my body and went to the other side of the room and like observed. Remember that observe card, Helen? So anyway, it went to the other side of the room and watched what was going on. I remember my body, I couldn't see, was black. Like everything went black. And I didn't know what was happening. I was scared. I thought maybe I was dying. I didn't know. And honestly, I was kind of hoping I was dying. And I don't know how long that went on, like that the body was split apart, but I didn't know what that meant. And I thought I was going crazy. So here's the other part. I was raised a Jehovah's Witness. So part of that religion belief is that there is no soul. Like it's not nothing. It's just like nothing. Like it's not an entity of its own. It's nothing. And so I had a hard time with how did my body leave my soul if it's not separate? Like, so for a long time I had that memory and I didn't really know what to do with it. I didn't talk about it a lot because it didn't fit my religion and I didn't know who to talk to about it. You know, like I think they would have probably told me I was nuts. So anyway, fast forward till July 3rd, 2019, and I'm in the hospital and they tell me that Paul died 3 times and they revived him, but they weren't going to revive him again because the last time that he was out and then they revived him, it was too long. There would be nothing left. His brain would be done. And I went running. They wouldn't let me in there because they were doing like the whole paddles and all that. And so I ran back there to where he was. And it was at that very moment. I mean, he was gone by the time I got there. And even though it was only like a minute. Anyway, then I realized why I had to have that happen. That rape. That's why that was in my plan. Because I needed to know that the soul was separate. And I would have never known it had I not experienced it myself. So that's why I believe in the soul plan. Because it's the only thing that makes sense to me. So anyway, I probably should get off here. I've been on Virgo for like ever. Your heart is the window to the soul, so it's not really your heart that you're following. It's really your head. It's your mind. You know what I mean? Your heart wouldn't lead you astray, really. Possibly, maybe you mean emotions, like you're letting your emotions dictate another human thing. But your heart is kind of like the gateway to the soul. It's the doorway, you know? So I hope that made sense for you. I'm glad that you got to say goodbye, Helen. And here's how I feel about it now. Like, I do connect with him. I try very hard to not wallow in the fact that his physical body isn't here. I try real hard. It's not, it happens still. But I try not to, because if I just open up that door, I can hear him, I can see him, I can feel him. So anyway, I hope that helps you guys, and I'm gonna get off here now. And thank you for joining me. Thank you for hitting the like button and hanging out with me for so long. And thank you. I hope you get a message from your daughter today, Helen. One more thing, I'm getting water, like shower or bathtub. Grab some salt, grab some candles, and do some breathing. A shower or bath. I like to do the bath, but whatever. Sometimes you can hear them better with water. I don't know why. You can even go swimming, go back float or something. You might get a bunch of messages. So just try and still stay in contact so that it doesn't feel like they're gone. It doesn't have to feel like they're gone if we stay in contact with them all the time, you know? Okay, I love you guys. Have a great day.